Good afternoon, PPDSI. It is indeed an honor for me today to introduce our keynote speaker. He is actually a man who needs no introduction because everyone knows him, and I can say whom a lot are in love with. He has been making news with the remarkable changes he has been doing for the city of Pasig. Pasig, as we all know, is the home of our very own public health program, Unang Ngipin Patibayin, in partnership with the Pasig Healthcare Center dentists. And UNP is the very first project in health centers as a dental home where primary care prevention was done on children 0 to 3 years old. I can say our guest of honor is bagay na bagay sa PPDSI as he has a no-nonsense approach. He just means business as he leads his people with passion, courage, and transparent governance. Bagay na bagay siya sa PPDSI as one of his platforms focus on universal healthcare and prioritizes the health of his people. Oral healthcare is indeed a part of primary healthcare, a thrust of PPDSI as we envision oral health, especially pediatric oral health, to be accessible for all. Bagay na bagay siya sa PPDSI as he continues to be a shining example for the Filipino children. He is every mother's dream of what their children can achieve with focus and vision. It was a real Herculean victory when this former city councilor was elected into the mayor's office at the young age of 29. He continues to impress all of us, even if we don't live in a city, as what he does not only affects the Pasigueños, but all Filipinos as well. We continually love him for his humility, sincerity, compassion, wit, and humor. We are looking forward to more big things from him and hopefully be an advocate for oral health for all. So let me not keep you anymore as we are all excited to hear from him. So here he is, the little bossing, a dynasty slayer, one of President Biden's 12 international anti-corruption champions, a man for others, a true servant leader. My dear colleagues, Mayor Maria Victor Regis, Vico Sotto.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my joy, honor, and privilege to be with you this afternoon. Thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of this special occasion. To Dr. Fina, thank you for that very generous introduction. Medyo mahaba po yung introduction ninyo, no? So siguro mas mahaba pa yung introduction sa akin kaysa dun sa mensahe ko. But again, thank you so much to all of the members and officers of the Philippine Pediatric Dental Society, to the outgoing and incoming officers. Congratulations po, especially to our new set of officers. These last several months, or this last year, has been a very big challenge for every single person, not just in Pasig, not just in the Philippines, but really worldwide. It's been almost a year since we declared enhanced community quarantine in the country, and we've seen all of the challenges, the problems, yung mga pagsubok, mga problema, samot-saring pagsubok talaga yung pinagdaanan natin ngayong enhanced community quarantine up until now. We've seen people lose their jobs. We've seen people have their businesses closed, especially small businesses. Here in Pasig, around 5% of small businesses actually closed. That's a pretty big number. And we've seen, and not just in terms of economics. Obviously, health is number one. We probably all know someone who we lost because of COVID. I personally, I have a relative, a neighbor who passed away. I have a friend who passed away. We have staff who passed away because of COVID. It's been very, very difficult times. And really the keywords for us in the last several months or in the last year has really been to adjust. We have had to adjust for the local government. We've had to adjust how we do governance. We had to establish a COVID referral center, establish a testing laboratory. But for everyone, for businesses, they've had to adjust as well. Those who can work from home have worked from home. Our clinics, or health clinics or dental clinics. For a time, probably most of you closed as well. And then as we try to reopen and try, obviously, because of it doesn't mean that there's a pandemic that all other health problems are going to stop. Those with cancer still have cancer. Those with oral healthcare problems still have those problems, and and so we've had to adjust really as fast as we can. And during these very volatile and uncertain times, uh, we've seen how people have come together. We've seen how our healthcare professionals have stepped up. We've seen how government officials and ordinary citizens, civil society organizations that uh, donated goods, donated food packs, NGOs that voluntarily came even when we had typhoons in the middle of a pandemic, to really volunteer and help one another. And we've seen the bayanihan spirit of the Filipino, of the Pasigueño for us here, is still very much alive and well. And we've seen how this has manifested through the most difficult of times and through these times of crisis. And as we move forward, as we've had to adjust, to innovate, continuously work hard, um, it's really a balance of trying to figure out the day-to-day struggles, figuring out for our dentists, it's figuring out how to set up our clinics, how to see our patients without violating safety protocols. For us in government, our day-to-day problems, they don't stop because of COVID, as we also alluded to earlier. But we also can't just think very nearsightedly or myopically. We also have to keep the long term in mind. We have to start or continue thinking of long term and sustainable solutions. We can't just think of the day to day problems. And one of the things that we really set out to do, and a lot of you, if not all of you, have been helping in our mission here in Pasig to forward universal healthcare. And obviously, a big part of universal healthcare, as all the experts would say, is that in order to achieve universal healthcare, wherein everyone has access to the proper healthcare they need, the key here is really preventive or primary healthcare. Hindi po pwede na hospital lang, hindi pwede na treatment lang, hindi pwede equipment lang. You may have the best hospitals. We can have all the equipment and infrastructure, but if we don't focus on primary or preventive healthcare, all of this will go to waste. Of course, all of that is needed. Everything we mentioned is needed. But the most important thing here really, tungo sa universal healthcare o kalusugang pangkalahatan, ay yung preventive at primary healthcare. And as you would know better than I do, uh, oral healthcare is a very big part of that, especially with our citizens of younger ages or for kids or children. Kaya nagpapasalamat din po ako no dun sa programa natin, yung unang ngipin patibayin and all of the other efforts. Probably there are efforts that I don't even know about, sa dami ng efforts po ninyo and sa dami ng ginagawa din nyo para palakasin yung primary healthcare natin pagdating sa oral or dental healthcare natin. My sincerest thanks and gratitude on behalf of each Pasigueño, sa mga Pasigueño na natulungan natin. And if there's any way in the future that we can strengthen our relationship between your organization and our city government, please do let us know. Kasi yung mga ginagawa natin, whether yung mga pagbabago or even continuing programs natin tungo sa universal healthcare, ang totoo hindi naman po kaya ng pamahalaan lamang. Kailangan natin ng tulong ng civil society, ng non-governmental organizations, just like yours. And we've seen how we've seen in the last years, or we've seen how you've worked. We've seen, nakita natin yung malasakit po ninyo sa ating mga kapwa, at nakita natin how effective you are as an organization and as individual professionals as well. So keep up the good work. I hope that the relationship of Pasig and your organization, PPDSI, will continue to flourish and be strengthened in the coming months and the coming years. Let's keep working together as we adapt, as we innovate, and as we work hard to welcome the new normal that will hopefully not just be a new normal because there's a pandemic. But hopefully this new normal will indeed be a better normal for each Filipino, for each Pasigueño. Maraming salamat po, and again, congratulations, especially to our new set of officers.